And the mother's face went white. Like, oh my God, this girl lives over here. And she was, to that day, not allowed to pick me up for like a football game. She wasn't allowed to come over. Like, and that was the first time I realized, like, oh my God, like, it doesn't matter if you're friends. It matters. Your class matters too.
Yeah, that is,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I had just forgot all about him because I was like laser focused on you. I was like, wait a minute, because
Yeah.
I started to like go back into my memories with the podcast. I'm really finding that my memories of things are questionable, and it's like I love to talk to people and then like fill in the gaps of my memory with things. I was like, wow, like she was a
Yeah,
brother, and
this
now you
gotta
have
be
two
so
brothers.
awesome. Yeah, so awesome to hear about everybody.
Yeah.
That's gotta
Like
be
I
so
never
cool.
realized how therapeutic it would be for me. Cause like watching like highlight reels with you of your life or like family videos or something like that. And sometimes like,
Yeah,
oh, I was there. I was in front of your house right there. And it's kind of cool to
yeah. And
share
you
that
have to
experience
have
with
seen
people.
people who have changed so much, how life is just
Mhm.
took a
And I
whole
see the
different
changes in
path.
myself through other people's changes too. And you talk about
Yeah.
family, you see the consistent themes of like how family plays a very important role and how the changes happen. And yeah, it's
You were
really,
like an enigma to me as a kid too, though, because I never went in your house either. I knew you lived in
yep.
those townhouses. I knew you had a
Hmm.
brother and a mom,
Yep. Dad
but
was
you didn't have
in
it.
Carlton.
Okay.
Hmm.
I think I may have seen your mom a few times, maybe outside, but
Not too much. Yeah, my mom
no. And
was a
Chris was
work
a lot older than you, right?
6 years older. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
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 And that's kind of interesting because talking to Brad's brother is the same exact age as my brother, and they were so close. He said that
Really?
his brother like was such a big deal in his life, and my brother like I don't know, for a better choice of words, like hated me when I was younger. And there's a lot
Really?
of deep things there, but he didn't like me very much. And so I was always just bugging him all the time because of course you watch TV and you want the brother, you know? And so
Yeah.
I was just chasing him all the time. And it makes for funny stories now, but back then it was very hard for me. And then he was off to college
Yeah.
by then. And
Yeah.
and so to this day we're not very close. Who knows why? I always want to be closer to him, but to this day we're not
I
close.
always recognize that. I kind of
Hmm.
recognized growing up that you, because I was like you said, I was very close to my brothers. They were
Yep,
my best friends, and I noticed,
exactly.
hey, they don't have that same type of,
We don't have that at all, exactly.
yeah.
But I mean, we have our times. We definitely played a lot of video games, but he would get mad at me
Hmm.
during those times. But I remember driving around his Camaro and stuff like that when he got his license. My dad got him a Camaro.
Oh,
But
nice.
yeah, we definitely weren't like that. Yeah, with my mom, she was a working mom, single mom, and
Hmm.
so she didn't come around too much at all either, right? It seems like no one came to visit us at the townhouses though. It was like we had our own little world. We'd go into your guys' neighborhood. Like I don't remember Mike ever coming over to the townhouses.
Yeah, it is funny because it wasn't until I got a little older that I realized where we lived defined kind of to people like who we were as people. Because
Mhm.
I won't say names because I love the person, but I can remember their mother taking me home, and we passed Westdale and we passed the railroad tracks, and the mother's face went white. Like, oh my God, this girl lives over here. And she wasn't, to that day, not allowed to pick me up for like a football game. She wasn't allowed to come over. Like, and that was the first time I realized, like, oh my God, like, it doesn't matter if you're friends. It matters. Your class matters too.
Mhm.
It was because that was so weird because, like I said, I grew up with like in Miss Imer's class where everybody was the same person. You didn't look at anybody any different, and
We
the
were
way we all
sheltered.
grew up
Miss
together as
Imers was tricking
friends.
us. Too sweet. She
Yes, she
was way too
did. The
sweet.
world
She
is
tricked us.
nasty.
Yeah.
We were all just getting along, being the best of friends. Then you get out into sixth grade, and
Kumbaya.
you're like, oh my God, people are jerks.
Sixth grade was crazy compared to third grade. That's for
Oh, sixth
sure.
grade was way different.
We were gonna get there. Yeah, Miss Imers was tricking us. She was such a
Yeah.
lovely person. My gosh.
Yes. Yeah.
And she was a great
I had
teacher
a lot of
too.
good teachers there. Who'd you have in
Mhm.
4th grade? Were you in Mr. Ryback's class?
Yeah, I was in Mr. Ryback's class. You were in
Yeah.
there too?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
loved him a lot. Now I think
I
back and
wasn't a
think
Ryback fan. Yeah.
he probably wouldn't have gotten would have probably went well with him hitting people with bats.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Ryback. He didn't like the guys too much. It seemed like, yeah.
No, he didn't. And
Yeah.
if adult Chrissy could
And
go
he's
in
a
that classroom,
coach.
he is?
He was a
Of
coach
what?
and at the same exact time, I don't know what sport, maybe basketball.
Yeah. He was
Mhm.
something.
And it's like you have me and Stu, these star athletes, and you like don't like us. It was so weird.
So weird, yeah.
And
Like
Steve,
the fastest guys in the world and no
yeah, we're like run these crazy times in elementary school, and he didn't like us at all. So I actually had bad teachers after
right
that.
100 times on the board.
Yeah, right 100 times on the board. Yeah, luckily I didn't get hit, but I saw people threaten with that bat all the time. And that was like a hard bat. I don't know what the heck that was.
Yeah, I don't know why that was allowed, but I back then no one cared about us. They were just like, "You're kids, do what you want. You're fine."
It was a strange thing. We really felt like we were like on an island. Did you have Mr. Mixa
Yeah.
in 5th grade?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Mr.
and that was a
Mixa.
crazy class too, in my opinion.
He
Chaos.
was a different teacher. Yeah, he was done at. I think he was done years
Yeah.
before, probably,
Yeah.
and he was just on his like final.
I think he was a little too smart for us too.
Yeah, he
He
couldn't
seemed like
get
more
on
like a
5th
high
grade
school
level.
teacher.
Yeah,
exactly.
he couldn't get on the level of us, and it stressed him out, and he was always just so anxious.
We weren't that bad, and he made us worse.
So yeah, I'm like, we could be way worse, bro. Have you seen who's in Miss Holmes' class? You could have those people.
Exactly. I wasn't really a bad kid, and he made me a bad kid. I officially flunked 5th grade. I officially flunked 5th grade because of him. And they let me have a pass, which is crazy. I'm like
That's
a smart kid, and I
hilarious.
flunked.
Yeah. That's wrong.
I wasn't even that bad, and he had made me worse. But it actually kind of set me up for failure in 6th grade, because after Ryback and Mixa, I really kind of had this precedent set for education. I didn't like education anymore after that.
Yeah.